Conservatives desperate for any opposition research on Vice President Kamala Harris are scraping the bottom of the barrel, the grease barrel. In a Washington Free Beacon expose, Joseph Simonson, Chuck Ross, and Andrew Kerr question whether Kamala Harris actually worked at McDonald's while she was in college, as she claimed. They write, Harris's work at McDonald's, which allegedly took place at a franchise in the California Bay Area the summer after her freshman year in college, is a recent addition to her carefully curated life story. So basically that goes along with, oh, she's been manufactured, right? That her entire history, her entire life story has been manufactured. She's not George Santos, okay? She says she worked at McDonald's. I believe that she worked at McDonald's, okay? Now, here they said, for decades, Harris never mentioned it. Not on the campaign trail, nor in 2 books. It's absent from a job application and resume she submitted a year after she graduated from college. Third-party biographers did not write about it. Not until Harris ran for president in 2019. Which would be the time if you're trying to, I don't know, get on the side of labor to be like, hey, I remember working at McDonald's when I was a college student. Makes sense. Makes sense, right? Now, look, this whole thing turned into a right-wing investigation that dove deep into whether or not she had actually worked at a McDonald's for a summer. Like trying to expose her for being like a liar who lied about working at McDonald's. They even went and found her job application for a law clerk at the district attorney's office in Alameda County. They looked at it and like, aha, got her. She doesn't list McDonald's. I'm not kidding. Quote, on that form, Harris, who was in law school at the time, listed several jobs, including a month-long clerical job at a stock brokerage, in a section that asked her to list every position she held in the last 10 years. McDonald's is absent.
Oh, no!
They got her! Oh, my God, they've got her! No, who cares? Seriously, though. And I'm going to give you the reason why. But first, they write, it is possible that Harris did indeed work at McDonald's in the early 1980s, but the absence of that detail in public records and her campaign's coyness and refusal to provide any further details raise questions about what is now a foundational narrative. You know what? Desperation. That's what that looks like. These people reached out to a full-time McDonald's archivist, okay, who understandably did not return several requests for comment. It's like, what are you doing? Why are you asking me this question of whether or not I know that Kamala Harris once worked at a McDonald's? Do you know how many McDonald's franchises there are across the country? A lot. All right. Are we going to keep track of every employee? Not really. Okay. Every former employee. Okay. Again, this is ridiculous, right? Oh, but you don't understand. She's lying about her job. Why? Because she didn't put it on her resume for a law job? Why would you do that? Why would you put McDonald's on a resume for a law job? Okay, here's the thing about resumes and job history, right? Resumes are supposed to showcase your skills that should be updated every time you apply for a new job, right? If the previous job you had does not show any skills or experience gained that will be relevant to the one you're actually applying for, guess what? You don't need to include it. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Like, unless this law clerk job had you operate a shake machine, it doesn't matter. Why would you need to list it at all? Look, resumes are not supposed to be a biographical timeline of your work life, okay? They're a representation of how you were best suited for the job that you are currently applying for. That's the logic, okay? So this was a summer job. Do you know how many summer jobs I've left off resumes? Plenty. Back when I was working in manufacturing, I know, lifetime ago, right? I did not put that I had a summer job picking strawberries when I was 17 years old. Does it mean that I never picked strawberries in a field when I was 17? No, it just means it wasn't really relevant. Okay? The fact that they're trying to make this thing a thing is hilarious. Look, I also didn't leave in that I worked as a dishwasher at a small restaurant, okay? And that they had me literally like jumping, and this is like very unsafe, okay? But part of my job duty was to get on top of a full trash bin, all right? Well, we're not talking about a trash can. We're talking about a dumpster. I had to get on top of the dumpster with the lid closed and smush it down so that he could fit more trash in there. Do you think that is relevant to any other job? No. Why would you put that on a resume? What? Oh, yeah, no, yeah, trash jumping. Yes, that's right. I worked for several months as a dishwasher / trash jumper. How does that at all, like, it be relevant to, like, for example, if I were to try to get a job on MSNBC or something, and hypothetical, I'm not actually going to try to get a job on MSNBC as like a pundit or something. That has absolutely no bearing whatsoever. Why would I include that? It's ridiculous, right? Absolutely ridiculous. Now, of course, Free Beacon editor Peter J. Hasson posted this on Twitter /X, right? And surprised to find out that the comments were making fun of him. One person says, this is an elections analyst. This is a non-story. Plenty of people don't put their high school jobs on their resume, partly because working at a fast food place as a 16-year-old often has no relevance or utility for most post-college employers. And she was probably a little bit older than 16, but the point remains. This is a college history professor named Aaron Astor, writes, LOL, they're checking to see if she put working at McDonald's on her post-grad resume. I didn't put my 4 years of working at a gas station on mine either. Wait, is this a serious article? Sometimes you can't even tell, you know? Another says, imagine having McDonald's on your resume, applying to a law clerk position in a DA's office. That's investigative reporter Jacqueline Sweet. And Brendan Duke, who's a former White House economic advisor, said, I wonder why Kamala Harris listed working at a law firm, Charles Schwab, and the FTC, when applying for a legal job instead of McDonald's. Very suspicious. Yes. Look, if this is the level of right-wing oppo research, they're going to be in big trouble. I realized that it was just easier to go after Joe Biden because their entire message was, Joe Biden is too old. It's like they didn't have to do anything. And now that Joe Biden is no longer running, suddenly they're like, oh my God, I've got to find something. Oh, did Kamala Harris actually work at McDonald's? No, we got it. Juicy story. No, it's not. Complete and utter nothing burger. And just, frankly, embarrassing. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon in order to get notified whenever a new video is released. And if you want to support independent, progressive media through this difficult time where it seems like everybody is shutting down, you can become a member on our YouTube page, you can become a subscriber on Facebook, or you can go to my Patreon. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf. Thank you.